What if the only thing standing between you and your biggest goal and dream is the courage to actually try? What's going on, everybody? It's Professor Zeus, and I'm back with another video. If this is your first time at the channel, why don't you go ahead and hit subscribe? We greatly appreciate it. We're on our way to 2,000 subscribers, and we're taking it the humble route. So today, I wanted to talk about something real because this is the deal, right? When you're trying to do the best that you can, trying to become the best that you can be, you face a lot of mental roadblocks, right? And when you talk about building things, whether it be business, software, ideas, and just the journey of becoming the best version of yourself, a lot of people stop themselves because they never actually try, right? So me personally, I'll just start off this. I'm in the middle of rebuilding my company, You and I Verse. It's been a passion project for the last 5 years, and I've stumbled, tried again, stumbled, tried again, but I've not stopped, right? I have this idea that I'm trying to execute on, so there's no reason for me to stop, right? And this whole idea with You and I Verse has been evolving, and I'm honestly, trying to take it to the next level with a heavy focus on software development and AI. And I'm really excited about what's coming. I have a lot of crazy stuff that's in store if my vision comes out how I would like it to come out. But it also has me really reflecting, on why it's taking me this long to go all in. And it really comes down to the question of, what if I really try? Like, not half try, not I'll get to it someday, but like really try, and maybe you've asked yourself this question too, whether you're trying to start a business, launch a YouTube channel, or building whatever app or that app that you've been sketching out in your head. What would happen, right, if you actually stopped overthinking and just did it? That's what this video is about. I'm going to share some lessons that I've learned, some stuff right now, with You and I Verse, and, a few practical tips to help people take action. So let's go ahead and break it down, right? So let's start off with packaging. I've known for years that when it comes to YouTube, the thumbnail and the title, they're everything, right? I usually click on people's YouTube videos based on their thumbnail. That's the first thing that people usually see. And if that doesn't hook you in a half a second, you've already lost that viewer. But the kicker is I only recently started, applying that technique properly. I used to just record a video, then figure out the title and thumbnail, later. And honestly, that really didn't work out. And my last few videos, I flipped the script. I started to come up with the concept first, and then I aligned the content to it. And boom, that's why some of my best videos, like the Kanye video, the Saudi Arabia video, are some of my best videos as of recently, right? So whatever you're building, right, whether it's a video, a software product, or a business, start with the packaging. How are you going to present it? What's the hook? For me, with You and I Verse, I'm brainstorming a content marketing tool right now. Before I write a single line of code, because I am actually studying to be a software engineer, and I'm just doing that personally. I'm not going to school for that. I went to school for communications and history and government, and I have a master's in organizational communications. That's what I went to school for. But I'm actually self-teaching myself software engineering and artificial intelligence and machine learning. That's what I'm currently doing. Okay. So before I even start, practicing and like writing up code and different things like that, I'm starting to ask myself, what's the value, right? How do I make it irresistible to someone who's, juggling YouTube, software development, and millions of ideas? Packaging first. That's the game changer. All right. Now, next, we have to kind of dispel a myth, the idea that you need the perfect idea before you start. Just to let you guys know, there's no such thing as the perfect idea. It doesn't exist. I spent way too long, putting off different projects because I've been waiting for that lightning ball moment. And guess what? It never came. Instead, I'm shifting my mindset. With this, with You and I Verse, right? What I'm working on, I'm not waiting for perfection anymore, right? So I've got a hypothesis. something that can help the world grow and become better. That's my hypothesis. All right. So I'm just going to build it. I'm going to fail. I'm going to build it. I'm going to test it. I'm going to tweak it. And I'm going to keep that cycle going. Right. That's what's best, because all these multi-billion-dollar companies that you guys see, they've had so many different ideas, right? So many different ideas. And what is the reason that they're successful now? Is because they tried, they failed, they tried, they failed, they tried, and then it hit. They don't know what's going to hit. I've, you know, I've had so many iterations of you and I verse. Like I told you guys before with Giza, I had an issue with that, and that's why I'm not pursuing that. But that may come across down the line in the future, right? But right now, I'm all in you and I verse with you and I verse, right? So you have to really think about it. You have to ask yourself how many times that you've talked yourself out of something because you felt you or the idea wasn't ready. The hard truth is that we all know what it takes to win. You probably already have the skills, the tools, and the know-how to get to that thing. The only thing that's really missing is the action. So my next piece of advice, my next tip would be stop trying to chase perfection. Start with whatever you have and figure it out as you go. That's honestly, I think that's pretty sound advice, right? Now, the next piece of advice that I have is fear, right? This is the monster under the bed, the boogeyman for a lot of us, right? The fear of failure, the fear of looking dumb in public, the fear that people will point and laugh if it all crashes and burns. I feel that too, because rebuilding you and I verse, diving into AI and software, a lot of people don't even know, right? 2 years ago, 2 years ago, it's documented. You can check it out on my Instagram. I won't say two. Yeah, like 2 years ago, I was the first person using AI models to market Giza. Facts. I had an AI render of myself that I would use to, market my Giza tool. That's a fact, right? It's scary, right? Thinking about how I'm trying to rebuild you and I verse. Like, what if it flops? Like, what if nobody cares? You know what I mean? But what I've realized now is that most of us would rather fail quietly than risk embarrassment at all. And that's holding us back. When you fail in public, it stings, right? Because everybody understands that your reputation is extremely key. But the idea of build it and they will come, that's a total lie. Nobody's going to magically find whatever you're building, find anything that you're doing, unless you put it out there and tell people about it. That's why I'm taking YouTube more seriously now, because it's not just about making videos. It's about sharing what I'm building with you and I verse, as well as my commentary about daily life, as well as documenting my journey on life or in life and connecting with people, right? So honestly, my third tip is embrace the fear. You have to fail loud and fail constantly, because nobody ever remembers the time that you failed. The only time people really remember is when you win. Again, think about all these multi-million-dollar companies that are out. Nobody thinks about how many times Jeff Bezos failed. Nobody thinks about how many times Mark Zuckerberg failed. Nobody ever thinks about how Elon Musk, Sam Altman, Sundar Pichai, how many times they failed. But I can guarantee you they failed hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. You're scared of failing once. You're scared of failing once, but you want to get to that level that they're at. How you think that works? Honestly, how do you think that works? Now, honestly, the thing that I've really understood now is that you only have to win once. Think about it, right? All the failed ideas, all the projects that you put to the side and you didn't take serious, all those videos that you made that didn't hit, they don't define you. One solid win can change everything. And for me, you and I versus my shot. And I see it, I feel it. The power of the subconscious mind, I've planted you and I verse there, and I'm pouring my energy into software and AI personally to also gather my own personal development skills because I believe it's the future. That's why I talk about it in some of my videos, right? And I want to build something that matters. Will every idea work? No, but I don't need every idea to work. I just need one idea to work. So wherever you're at right now, remember this. Nobody's keeping score of your failures. And if they do, they just projecting their own self-hate. In fact, look at this, right? Nobody's keeping score of your failures. And the people who are keeping score of your failures are even more envious that you're willing to put yourself out there and fail. They're the people who are scared to fail. So you have something on them that they don't have on you. You have the fact that you're willing to fail and try again. They won't even try once. They won't even try once. So if you got an idea, a dream, a crazy project, idea, business, whatever, try it. And like honestly, really try. Because when you do, and when you push past all those fears and those excuses, that's when you start to see the magic happen. Honestly, honestly, keep going. Keep going. Right. And that's it. That's all I had for this video. I'm excited to keep, posting about you and I verse. I'm really trying to push a lot of stuff with my whole reframework of my whole business and how I'm going to run it. I'm really excited that, I'm taking software development, AI, machine learning a little bit more serious, you know, and I'm taking YouTube more serious. I'm taking my family more serious. Not to say that I've ever not taken them serious, but everything has just been revved up. Right. You remember in my earlier videos, I was saying 2025 is going to be a great year. It just won't be easy. I scrapped that. It won't be easy. 2025 is going to be a great year. That's all I'm saying now. 2025 is going to be a great year. I'm not hearing nothing short of that. I'm not hearing nothing short of that. All right. Now, if this video hit home for you, honestly, do me a favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so anytime I post a video, you can see it. And let me know in the comments, right? What's one thing that you've been scared to try? Like, honestly, let's talk about it. And if you want to stay in the loop with everything that I'm building, follow me on Instagram. The link is in the description. Follow you and I versus Instagram. The link is in the description as well. Just, we got us, right? You got to try. Thanks for listening to what I got to say briefly. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep building and keep asking, what if we actually win? And never ever forget, it's you and I verse for a reason. Information, application, execution. Until next time, peace.